Hi everyone, number one Marmaduke fan here. I'm looking at Star Wars issue 51. Last week, I kind of had a lukewarm recommendation of Star Wars 50, which was a special issue which also included a backup story with excellent art from the Darth Vader artistic team. But I've never just been quite as happy with Star Wars. I haven't been reviewing it, even though I've been reading it, in part because I was behind on comic book reviews, and in part because there just wasn't that much to say, except it's okay. I kind of like the story. I don't like all the aspects of the art, but the art is much better than the awful art from last year. Now, the thing about Salvador LaRocca, he had a trade paperback called Vader Down that he contributed some art to, and his art for that was completely boss. But this is kind of the issue where I say I'm done with this. And I was kind of on board at first because issue 50, which is the start of the story for this arc, had a great setup. The rebellion was trapped. The Empire was on them and about to destroy their entire fleet. They looked like they were in a really desperate situation. But as I was kind of reading issue 51, I thought, wait a minute. Rebel Alliance is stupid. Why did they do this to themselves? Like, it'd be like if the story of Daniel in the lion's den, if they're in a metaphorical lion's den because the Empire is attacking them. But the thing is, if Daniel had been like drunk and had tied his shoelaces together and said, "Hey, King Nebuchadnezzar, I'm going to see how close I can get to the lion's den and dance drunk," and then Daniel fell in the lion's den, the story of Daniel in the lion's den wouldn't be a cool story anymore, okay? It's not cool if the Rebel Alliance is getting pounded by the Empire, if they are being complete idiots. And the thing is, I'm Team Empire. The extended universe comics are your chance to kind of sell the Rebel Alliance as less stupid than they seem in the movies. The way they make the Rebel Alliance work in the movies is they have the Empire do things like blow up planets and commit tons of genocide and execute incompetent officers. So that's what tells you that the Empire is evil in the movies. In the extended universe, this is your chance to speak to people who point out things like the Rebel Alliance has no plan for a stable form of government. They're just going to bring endless war to the galaxy. I cannot believe how dumb the Rebel Alliance is in this, and because the story started to get on my nerves, then it was like finally the break I was giving to the art, I finally just had enough. So, 3D model, 3D model, 3D model, 3D model, 3D model. Everything on that page is a 3D model. The lady has betrayed them to the Empire. So the Rebel Alliance, they show up at this sun for a little party to celebrate their awesome fleet. They get everyone in the Rebel Alliance together for a little party to show off how amazing their Rebel Alliance is. And they completely rely all of their security and technology into the hands of one woman who is a politician with a planet, knowing that the Empire has the capacity to kill planets. Of course she's going to be easily compromised by the threat of her planet being blown up. So the lady, Queen Shora Tun, or whatever, who was put in charge of the Rebel Alliance's entire technological division, has betrayed them. She shut down all of their technology. They can't fire weapons. They have their shields up. I guess that's automatic. But they can't move. They can't communicate. And they can't shoot at the Empire. They're all fish in a barrel. Why did you do this? Now, luckily, the Rebel Alliance decided that they would they wouldn't trust her to the shields, I guess, so we can have a story, right? Gee, I mean, you trusted this one woman to completely be in charge of all the technology for your entire alliance. Your entire army is getting destroyed. Yeah, why didn't you put her in charge of the shield? Was Mr. Shield guy saying like, yeah, you know what? I'd like to take care of the shields myself. Oh gosh. So they chase her, and Leia tells her, "Oh, you're such a meanie pants for betraying the rebellion." And Shora Tun is right. The Empire deserves to win if you are this stupid, Leia Organa. Queen Shora Tun says, "You've got this is all like an idealistic pipe dream, and you've got no chance of beating the Empire. The Rebel Alliance deserves to lose for being this dumb. This is a mercy kill at this point." Now, the other problem is they're in space near a sun, so there's like red sky. right? But it's red sky, red sky, red sky, red sky, red sky. Red sky would be like a good emotional impact thing for highlighting the danger if you use it in like particularly tense scenes. But here it's just everything is red, and the eye actually gets more used to color the more you look at it. This is why you see after images when you're watching TV. You watch the TV, you turn off the TV screen, you see the after image there. That's your brain compensating for your eye being exposed to bright colors and bright lights. And the more you stare at a single color, the more used to it you get, and the less impact it has. Red, 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 red. And the same problem I've had with previous issues in this series, like over-reliance on 3D models and stiff faces. So back in like the issues around the 30s, the heads looked horribly photoshopped on to drawings. It looked literally like someone pasted a screenshot from the movie onto a quick slapdash drawing. And what I've praised about the more recent issues is that LaRocca is integrating the actors' heads into the drawing a little bit better. But let's look at this. Stiff, 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 lifeless, lifeless. Giant eyeball. Yeah, maybe a little bit of consternation there on Han Solo. 2 pages of them talking on the phone, saying, hey, Han, we need you to do this. 2 pages for a phone call. Now, this is a cool moment. She asks Han Solo to fly through enemy fire right at a door that he doesn't know if it'll open or not, on the chance that he'll be able to get in and warn the Rebel Alliance of what they've got to do. And before, Han, this is the hour of need. If they're, hey, save the speech for someone who falls for that kind of thing. I'm on it. That is such a great Han Solo moment. So the strength of this series has been it's the main trio, Han, Luke, and Leia, going on adventures fighting the Empire. They're kind of in character. There's kind of that fun, push and pull between Han and Leia from the movies. They go to interesting places. But one good moment, and then what? Red, 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 red. Flying, 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 flying. Red, 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 red. Look, this one. 3D model, 3D model, 3D model, 3D model. 2 drawings. Burgundy red background, white dots, spin it in Photoshop. Flat face, flat face. Very little expression. And okay, this would be cool. Like Darth Vader versus Han Solo, like the 2 greatest pilots in the galaxy, probably. But maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll get it just to watch the Empire wreck the Rebel Alliance some more. Now I get like schadenfreude watching them blown up because they are so stupid. Enough. Now, in contrast to that, this is the paperback of The Empire Strikes Back, published by Dark Horse Comics. They were reprinting the Marvel Comics run. So this one contains issues 39 through 44, and I only got to read A New Hope as a child, the Dark Horse publication of A New Hope, and I may even have a stronger childhood connection to the Marvel Comics for A New Hope than I do for the movies. Now, I never got to read The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, but these are just as good a quality as the A New Hope comics published by Marvel Comics. So let's do a little compare and contrast, shall we? Let's see if we can spot any differences. So yellow editorial boxes, drawing of the Millennial Falcon. Okay, looks like Carrie Fisher. Look at that. What a beautiful face. Oh my gosh. And Black Shadow adding drama to this little scene. And what do we got? What, Luke showing consternation, being outraged. Let's flip this upside down. Look at that. It's not a particularly pretty drawing of Luke, but he's upset. He's fearful. Luke sometimes has kind of, and Mark, this is true of Mark Hamill. He kind of has a young boyish face, but it's also a bit of a weird, unique face. He's got kind of like that squarish jaw, but then kind of noticeable wrinkles and cheekbones to his face. So the characters feel like the characters. And then there are a couple wonky faces in this too. But look at that. Slightly worried Han Solo. Luke's been beat the snot up. He looks like he's snow weary there. Like his eyes are askew. Surprise. Even like the bad drawings, they're drawings. I like drawings in my funny picture books. In a book, in a medium that's all about combining drawing with words. What else? They're well paced. So this is, of course, the age where they expected any issue could be the only issue you read. So they catch you up. They add stuff that wasn't even in the movie. I think this was because of the special editions coming out. So they add like this whole additional plot point about the snow monsters attacking them. Okay, here there's one scene I know I gotta show. Okay, so here come the AT-ATs, right? And look at this. This is at a more pronounced foreshortening than you even see in the movies. Like the head is pushing out at us. This is probably drawn based on a little AT-AT toy that was maybe 2 inches wide. Look at this. We see the underside of the AT-AT and all of this equipment as it's blasting something. There wasn't anything like this in the movie. An artist had to come up with this idea. This is so dope. Oh my gosh. Now look at how they use color. Zach has talked about this, and he's right, because the old method was minimalistic. It ended up being punchier. You're able to hold it out at a distance more, and you're able to use it for emotion better. So cool blue sky, yellow for fear when their ship gets blown up. Red for an explosion when the thing falls down. The important and dynamic moments get to have this fitting color. The evil dude in solid red and black in front of yellow. The good guys in cool whites and blues. Wow. Oh man. Now when he shows up on Dagobah, that's kind of a goofy looking face, but when Luke shows up on Dagobah, he meets Yoda, and Yoda looks a little goofy in some of those things, but Yoda doesn't look like a puppet. They're able to draw Yoda doing things they couldn't even do with the technology of the movies. Like just one picture of the bounty hunters that looks dope. They don't waste time. They don't waste time doing the bounty hunter scene because all that curse is foiled again. So all I was saying was that when they draw Yoda, there's clearly like maybe some toy as the basis for him, like when he gestures, and it works. Get a few toys and draw those to make your Star Wars comics. This is great. So it was published by Marvel, which means I'm sure you can get the digital editions of these on Marvel Unlimited or their digital store. The Dark Horse thing is out of print, but they've reprinted this numerous times. So, que bella. So I'm sorry I can't recommend the regular Star Wars series anymore. I'm tired of it. Go back to some of the old series and their adaptations of the movies for some fun, and 100% get Darth Vader on your pull list yesterday. #1 Marmaduke fan. I love you guys. I love my patrons on Patreon, and I'll catch you later. I forgot something. Bonus content, take 3. This is the stupidest scene I have ever seen in a comic book. So after the Rebel Alliance has been so stupid as to let themselves lose all of their technological capabilities, and the Empire is blasting them, they're going to send a pilot to give a message to the other fighters that they're actually able to just fly out the doors, even though they can't manually open the doors. If you just fly at the doors, they'll open up automatically, and none of their fighters know this because the Rebel Alliance are idiots. So this guy says, "You said it, Leia. Everyone's dying out there. I've trained half the pilots. I'll go. Course set. Here goes. A shuttle is launched from Makota Base, Lord Vader. Fighters are engaging. They're on me. Ship's too slow. I'm sorry. Boom." This is supposed to be like an emotionally effective moment. This brave pilot has gone out there, maybe to die, in order to help the Rebel Alliance. So his whole character is, he shows up, he's a good pilot, he trains the Rebel pilots, he flies off in his stupid cargo ship, he's too slow, he gets blown up. 2 pages devoted to this guy flying a ship, getting blown out of the sky. Sad horn for you. You shouldn't have signed up for the stupidest Rebel Alliance in the entire galaxy. God. They could have taken this 2 pages out of the book and it would have made no difference. Star Wars 51 sucks. For real this time. I'm number one Marmaduke fan. I love you guys, and I'll catch you later.